Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I typically do collective readings, energetic readings. I was called to do this reading, just going to kind of go with it. It's going to be done a little bit differently than I normally do it. I'm still going to use the same cards and the same index cards. I may flow with it a little bit differently. I hope everybody is having a good day wherever you are, where this finds you. These messages are always timeless. I don't really say when I record them because I just want them to find you whenever they find you. The song that's coming through is very relevant to time. Something about time or timing, or there's a relevance to time in this. The song that's coming through for me is The Cat's in the Cradle by Harry Chapin. That song that goes, the cat's in the cradle, silver moon, little boy blue, and the man in the moon, something like that. When you coming home, son. I don't know when we'll get together then. So it's about a song. I don't know how all the lyrics go. It's about a song about the father and son and how they're always wanting to, he grows up, the son grows up. It's about time. It's about time and the relevance of it and however this is going to play out. So it could be about, a parent and a child. It could be about your relationship with someone else and the timing of that and over time, or there's something about timing that's relevant in a situation. That's what I'm being guided to talk about. And they want me to use the 7 deadly sins as the influence, not the lesson. What is influencing this from the 7 deadly sins? There's an influence that's influencing this message about time. Sloth. That is interesting. Thinking that you have enough time to do something when in actuality you might not. Sloth is the famous expression, idle hands are the devil's workshop. But the song they gave me was about time. That's the influence. Something's trying to slow you down or make you distract you or make you think to focus on something else when you should be doing something else. We're going to break this down. This is a really interesting energy here. They're telling me to pick the numerology next. I got the master number again. This one's sticking out to me too. 4, that's hilarious. Okay. So the master is a master builder number is made up of, master numbers are made up of 2 numbers. The 22 is made up of the 2 and the 4. So this is reiterating something. You could be a master number 22 life path, or you could be a life path 4. You don't have to be. These are just energies that are strongly showing up in this. So this is about teamwork, diplomacy, and spiritual channels and cosmic wisdom. And 4 is all about stability, dependability, loyalty, and practicality, no nonsense, heads down approach. And I feel like in the song, both of the son and the father feel like they're doing things that are very practical. They're working really hard. The father's always working. The son's out playing. And then the son gets his life together and then he's out doing his stuff. And the father's like, well, when can I see you? Now I have time. There's a lot of stability, but maybe they need to master the coming together and the partnering of something. Understanding that it's great to have all of this on your own, but maybe you need to realize that, and sloth energy is so interesting. I feel like there's an influence here that's deceiving you, that you think there's enough time, or you think, oh, that'll be there, that'll be there, that'll be there, but it's really diminishing what you could have had, or something like that. I don't know. I hope this resonates for somebody. I'm just straight channeling right now. I haven't pulled any cards. Okay, that's telling me to do this and clarify the opposite way. I'm telling you, this whole reading is going to be weird. So strange. Okay, so we're going to do the oracle cards first. I use the, for those of you that want to use this, I love this deck. I love it. It's the Oracle of Mystical Moments. You can find it anywhere. You can be on Etsy, Amazon, wherever. Very available. It's not a one that is not hard to find. You can find it. Okay. White Rose of Hope. We're just going to go and put these, and then we'll clarify and see what I've... Oh, my goodness gracious. You know what's funny? The second card I pulled out, and I say this a lot, when I get the Master number 22, the Builder number, I typically get this card. Looks like the Master Builder. She looks like a Master Builder, doesn't she? With all these, the castle and the building. My home is my castle. Somebody who has a lot of experience in building themselves up. Funny how that always comes up. Okay. Okay. They're telling me to wait on that. Okay. Chinese zodiac signs that are going to guide us in this energy, where the sloth is an influence. What is it? What is it? The pig. We haven't seen the pig in a long time. You could be born in the year of the pig. You don't have to be. The pig is related to wealth. It's the 12th zodiac sign in the lineup. It's the last sign in the Chinese zodiac sign. Symbol, whatever signs. It is about wealth, good fortune, honesty, and very, very hardworking. And this song is about how they work a lot. It could be talking to people who are workaholics. And maybe the influence is you need to slow down, or you think you have more time and you're being slow about doing something else. Because it's not like you're not a hard worker, you are. And you're very honest. And the opposite side of the pig is being very lazy and indecisive. So I feel like that may be where the sloth energy kind of plays a role in something that you're dealing with. Let's find out what the main element is. What's the main element of this, Spirit? Of the 4 elements? What is driving this message? Yeah, fire, your passions. Supported by something that you're working out logically, you're planning, you're moving through air, secondary air element. But the main one is your passion, your fire, your passions. Something about your passions. It's very interesting energy. Okay, let's get the messages really quickly here for the cards that I pulled, and we'll break this down. Okay. I haven't seen that card in a long time. Okay, this is funny. They're telling me that this is the advice on the bottom. Wow. Normally, I do it with the Oracle deck. The advice on the bottom is the reverse of bashful lust, desire. So we'll get into this, but this is very interesting energy. Okay, this has to do with your good fortune, you're a hard worker, your wealth, your legacy. That's what the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. It's about your legacy. The influence is the sloth. Okay. White Rose of Hope, 30 breaks down to a 3. This is about creativity. It could also be about communication. This is very similar to Aquarius energy in the tarot deck, the Star energy. It's also very similar to the Ace of Cups. Some new, innovative, strong love, passionate, could be spiritual love, and also healing and very hopeful, like the Star energy. Joys of life sold to me for the price of laughter. You are somebody who looks at the brighter side of things, or you should. And you look at life that is in a very you value. I just said this the other day to somebody in line. I was working, and I work at a retail place, and there's a young girl, I think she's maybe 16, 15, 16. She's a teenager, and she was looking at my coworkers, and we were winding down for the evening. It was getting slower, and we were laughing and having a good time. She's like, "Oh, it seems like you guys really have a good time here. Do you guys have a good time at this job?" And I said, "Yeah, sometimes we do." And I looked at her mom and I said, of course, as you get older, you value joy and what makes you happy a lot more. And she was like, "Somehow I feel that was targeted at me." The girl said that. And I was like, "Yeah, as you get older, you'll understand the joys of life sold to me for the price of laughter." This is what keeps you going. This is what is the light at the end of the tunnel, is finding those moments in your life that bring you a lot of joy, that's guiding you to that. And in conjunction with that energy, you build your life on this. You have the wisdom. This is Hierophant and Empress energy combined. Somebody who has a lot of know-how on how to build their life. This is straight up master builder number, but it is number 39, which breaks down to a 12, which is 3, which is all creativity. Could be about communication. You're a strong communicator. And the 3 is in here twice. So obviously strong creativity and communication. And 9 is learning a lot and growing through a lot of struggles and elevating through that. So that's what makes you so formidable in what you've accomplished. But you've got this, you may write me, oh yeah, and this is the reverse of, you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies in reverse, and you don't care what other people say about you because you're so stable. You're so stable in this. Wow, okay. So there's 2 different energies here, and this is the advice. Either you need to start understanding and focusing on the light being that laughter and joy, because you're a workaholic and you need to see the value of that, because maybe you built yourself up in a way, but you are very no nonsense person in this 4 energy. We got 4 in the last reading too. Interesting. The advice is bashful, lust, desire in reverse. So about being very straightforward in, you're just a no nonsense person. To me, this is like 4 energy right here. The advice is to continue to stay grounded in your passions. Also, for some of you, don't let somebody sell you something that seems like it's a lot of fun, that seems like there's a lot of laughter involved in it. And you need to see it with this light here for what it is. And maybe you're learning that, not to get caught up in that, because maybe it creates the sloth energy where idle hands become the devil's workshop, where maybe you played a little bit too much in something and created a mess. The influence, for some of you, that's some energies that I'm getting. So for other energies of you, you worked really hard on something and didn't pay attention to something else, or put something on the back burner where the sloth energy was slowing you down from doing that or accomplishing that or focusing on that, because you thought, oh, there's time. I'm going to take my time with this. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. But there's time. Time is of the essence here, I'm hearing. Time is crucial. Pure nature, number 7, very mystical, very spiritual. She's bloomed into this rose here. Higher level knowledge, stripped down, very sensible in a sense, but it's mystical. So some people think you're a little different in that way. Mesh meld is in reverse. So yeah, you're definitely, you do something in the way that you have bloomed or blossomed, and the way that you've grown, you've done something very unconventionally, or you think you have had to go about doing it that way. Something that you had to move, grow in learning something, because 7 is about learning, higher level learning. You did something that didn't go together so well, but it worked for you because you grew out of it. Long way home. 35 breaks down to an 8. That's abundant. That's infinite energy. 3 is creativity. 5 is about challenges, adventure. This card is all about adventure. And air energy, which is the secondary element we got here. Wild delight is in reverse. Wow, yeah, I'm talking to somebody who's a really hard worker. So you do something, and the way that you grew, or the way that you're growing, you're doing it in an unconventional way. Or you feel like it is. Either someone else is making you feel like it's unconventional, or you yourself feel like it's a little bit different than everybody else. Either way is not wrong. Either way is not wrong. Because you've attained this information, 7. But the opposite of wild delight, you may feel a little stifled and not so delighted in the long journey to attain this outside of the box thinking. To be unique, to be different was hard, was challenging for you. Maybe the sloth energy is also people who tried to slow you down. People who tried to slow you and put you in a sloth energy to try to distract you, to focus on other things. And you were challenged in that, because this is your abundance. 35 breaks down to an 8. This is all about karmic infinite energy, the flow of that. And there is a balancing act to that. It's very, people who are life path 8s, and my dad was a life path 8, that is a no joke life path. It is a very karmic life path. And God bless you if you are a life path 8, because that's hard. That's hard, balancing out your karma all the time. Yes, it's about your abundance, and it's bringing that in, that wealth of abundance, but it doesn't always translate to material abundance. It could translate to other things, spiritual, wisdom, love, all different types of abundance that you have. And this was, we're talking about our passions. So difficult for you, or really challenged in your adaptabilities. You had to be adaptable, and that was challenging for you, but you did it. And the advice is staying grounded and being practical. Being practical. Treasured memories. Number 18, which breaks down to a 9, which we're in the year of the 9, and it's learning, growing through growing pains. I don't know. Some of you might like Growing Pains with Kirk Cameron. I just heard the song, Show Me That Smile Again. Do 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 do, and on your shoulder, we're nowhere near the end. The best is ready to begin. Something like that. As long as we got each other. I don't know. I'm just going off on it. I feel like I want to cry. Some of you are experiencing, I don't know where that came from. Memories that you're having in situations that might be challenging for you, where you're having to utilize a lot of grace. Could be in family situations. Well, could be obviously with people that you love that mean a lot to you in some respect. One is all about, it's very powerful energy. And 8 is about your karma, balancing out those karmic cycles and ties, and doing it, cooking with grace, doing it with grace. And understand that, I said this song is relevant, and understanding the memories and valuing, and that time, that was crazy. I'm so sorry. I felt that somebody's really struggling with that, and I'm sending you a lot of positive energy and love, and I'm sending that your way. And I hope that if you are struggling, if you're in a lot of pain, I felt a lot of that you should light some patchouli or lavender if you don't like patchouli, and sit with that and do some meditation. Open your heart out. This is the heart chakra that we got. Or did I? No, we didn't pull anything. Why did I think it's heart chakra centered? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, hold on. I'm in the middle of doing this. I didn't pull the tool. Oh my goodness. I didn't pull the tool that we're utilizing from our chakras. I totally left it out. Maybe this is why I'm supposed to do it right now. That's crazy. Let's see. Heart. Yeah. It's about your heart chakra. Very passionate about something that's very meaningful to you. And that's why I cried, because it means a lot. So lavender and patchouli are two that I feel like, since you could work with, that will help to center you and ground you and elevate you and help you to see the bigger picture of things. Get past whatever it is emotionally that you're caught up in, but you're going to have to do something with grace. Be graceful on this 4 energy, doing something with diplomacy, doing something where you may be getting some cosmic wisdom from above. That's why I'm saying you may need to do some meditation, go within, and just ground yourself and do something that is more a little bit more lighthearted, because that kind of energy will get you taken away somewhere. It might get you a little focused on something else that is like sloth energy, that's slowing you down. You're not focusing something that's not allowing you to focus on something that's going to help you achieve more in your life, even though it might be painful or it might be difficult. That might be challenging memories with people, situations that you've had that you're dealing with. We're all dealing with that. Night and day is about a decision that you need to make. And you hold the sunshine in your hands. The darkness is behind you and you're holding the sunshine in your hands, and all you got to do is just pull that, press the button, whatever you want to call it. 1 is all about powerful new beginnings, insight, innovation, pioneer energy. You keep going. Dried my tears and armed my fears is in reverse. This decision, you're going to have to do it, and it's very heart-centered, but we have to use the secondary air element and think it through and lean into that energy, because it's going to be very emotional, and opening up your heart chakra, utilizing your heart chakra through this. And obviously this is very emotional. Not getting so upset about it when you make this decision, because it's going to bring, you hold the sunshine, you hold it. You just have to push the button, open the door, pull the trigger, whatever it is that you need to do. And it's about staying practical. It's about this 4 energy, remaining stable. Don't be indecisive. If you need to pray on it, pray on it. If you need to meditate on it, meditate on it. If you need to go for a walk, clear your head, whatever you need to do to make that decision. Because the pig on here, the negative quality is indecisive and laziness and being flaky. And there's a decision here about something that's very emotional to you, that you could be a lifelong thing, could be a relationship, a memory, something that you struggled with your whole life. I really felt that. And I feel like it's still there. I can still feel it. If I delve into it a little bit more, I'm going to really get emotional, and I don't want to do that, because I want to guide you as much as I can. And again, very emotional. Let me get one more card. What is one more message, Spirit, that would be helpful in this guidance? I just want to get one more card, because I feel like you know, those of you out there understand that you work really hard. You're a lot of stability. This master builder number, you have the know-how to do this. And maybe it's a little challenging working in a team or whatever this is. The sloth energy, I feel like either something's distracting you from something. You could be distracting yourself from something. And there's a time issue. Something to do with like the cats in the cradle. There's time that needs to be spent on something, because the sloth energy is getting in the way. The reverse. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Yeah, so this is the reverse of this. So your spirit's saying you need to pay attention to your mirror and maybe do some self-reflection. And it's okay to understand that there were some things that got messy, and whoever side of it was, when you're learning, like I said, if you are irritated by everything that happens, how are you going to refine yourself? How are you going to, when you're dancing or you're refining something as a dancer, and you see these performers get up on stage and you're watching the Nutcracker Ballet, do you think they just like say, oh, we're just going to like go up there and do it? They rehearse, and it's blood, sweat, and tears. And they sometimes fall down and scrape their knees, and they pull muscles, and they do lots of different things to get that to a level that is brilliant, that is worth it, so they can look back at it and be like, wow, they put the time into it. And that's the same thing with you. And whatever the situation is where you're looking back on memories about something, doing it with grace, because I feel like it's very emotional to you, and making this decision where you hold the light, you hold the answers. You just have to press the button, open the door, pull the trigger, whatever that is. And understand, do some self-reflection in this, because you're going to come to terms with this, and it is going to all make sense. And I feel like we're all struggling with that. We're all battling with that. And I hope this resonated. This was a very strong message that Spirit wanted me to deliver. It was almost like it was like by the skin of my teeth. It was like, you can get this done now. And I had to put everything together really fast and cook this up really quickly because it was a message that Spirit really wanted me to get out. And I hope that this resonated with somebody. I hope that whoever this was meant to find will find you. And thank you so much for stopping by. Have a beautiful day and know how valuable and important and special and wonderful you are and you matter. And keep going. Hope to see you again. Bye.